another reading for Daughters of Liberation. So, like, comment, subscribe. Oh my god. Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, I'm Lauren and this is my library. And today is the first week of my Black History Month reading vlogs. I'm going to try to post one every week for this whole month. And we're starting off with The Gilded Ones by Namina Forna. This follows a girl who's about to take a blood test in her village, and if she fails, she gets kicked out, she gets ostracized, but she gets presented with a choice to stay in her village and be this different person, or she can go and join the emperor's army and train with other girls like her. So I'm going to start reading this today and see how far I can get into it this week, and see if hopefully I can finish it soon. I'm trying to read everything that was on my TBR this month. We'll see, fingers crossed if I can do it. But I'm gonna get started on this, and I'll check in with you guys when I make some progress in this read. Talk to you later. Bye bye. Okay guys, I'm back for an update. I'm about to go to the grocery store really quickly, so I thought I'd jump in and tell you what I've read. So I'm on page like 80 something, 89, and I'm liking it so far. We're following Decca, and the blood ceremony didn't go how I thought it was gonna go. I thought she was just gonna like do the ritual and then they're gonna find out that she's not entirely human. But that's not what happened at all. There's an event that occurs where her identity is revealed. And there's something I noticed about this book and in a lot of fantasy books. It happens that the parents are either dead or terrible. And Decca's father in this book is absolutely terrible. I know we can like handle it to, oh, he didn't understand what she is, or he doesn't understand, but still, that's your daughter that you raised all these, what, like 16 years? I'm thinking she's 16 years old. But we've come to find out in the 88 pages that I've read that Decca is like a descendant of these 4 demons that came to Earth and wreaked havoc. And so now the emperor is gathering all of these half-breeds, or not quarter breeds, like thousands of years ago. So not even, they're descended, their blood is very, I don't know how to say this, but they're not half, I guess, because it's been thousands of years since those demons walked the earth. But they do have super strength. They're able to come back alive due to deadly injuries. They have super strength. That's all we've seen so far, but the emperor in this world is gathering all of these people who've been rejected by their villages or from home, or we follow one character who her parents knew who to call and was like, oh yeah, well, you need help. She's welcomed back after she finishes her tenure with the emperor. But yeah, we're just getting to the part where she's arrived in the capital of their country, and with all the other, what was the word? Alakai? I think that's what they called them. She with all the other Alakai, and they're learning all the rules and what they're meant to be doing while they're here in the emperor's training grounds. they are being trained to kill these, they're called death walkers, that are attacking different villages in this world. But yeah, I'm enjoying it so far. That's the only gripe I have. Can we have a fantasy where the parents are good people and they don't die? They live to the end of the series, because they always die or they're always terrible people. But yeah, that's my little wrap up for what I've read so far and how I'm feeling and what I've read. But I'll check in with you all later. Okay, everybody, so we just left the grocery store, and I just wanted to ask my mom a question, because we were discussing in my vlog earlier how I didn't like how in fantasy parents treat their kids. If they're not dead, they just aren't good parents. And I wanted to ask her, since she is a parent. So mama, in my book, the main character Decca, she just found out that she is descended from demons. So she bleeds like gold blood. And she has super strength, and she heals faster than humans, and she doesn't die. And her dad, as soon as he found out, he beheaded her. Nothing changed about her. It's not like The Exorcist or anything. She just found out. She's been this way her whole life, but they just found out now that that's the way she is. And he beheaded her. If this was me, if I was Decca, would you cut my head off?
Yes.
Why? Why would you cut my head off? I'm still the same person.
Contrary.
Oh my goodness. Well, there you have it. I'm gonna call my daddy later and see what he says, if he gives it the same answer. But that's the update I have for y'all today. I haven't read any more on the book, because we just left the grocery store, but I'm gonna read some more tonight, and I'll check in with y'all then. Bye bye. Hi guys, I'm back with another update on the Gilded Ones. I'm just getting home from work, so I haven't read much today. I may read more tonight, but I have an Amazon package. I think I know what's inside. I don't think this is a pre-order. I think this is I don't have a knife. Let me see if I can use this Percy Jackson sword, because I don't have any scissors. Okay, I got the package open. And the first thing on top is Elizabeth Acevedo's Inheritance, a visual poem. I thought I pre-ordered it when it was announced, and I thought I had already gotten it, but when I went to go make my TBR for this month, I couldn't find it. I was like, did I ever order this? And I guess I didn't. But the second book I got is 50 Words for Rain by Asha Lemme. This is a book about a girl. She's half black, half Japanese, and her struggles with her identity and everything. And I think she's like abused or something like that. But I got this because if you know, you know. Of the author's name. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. But yeah, those are my two books I've gotten in the mail today. But I don't have much of an update on the book for you all, but I'm hoping to read more tonight, hopefully. Okay guys, hi, welcome back. It's been a few days since I've given you all an update, but I have finished the Gilded Ones. I finished last night. And I took where's my phone? I took some notes because I knew that it was going to be a while since I updated you on what I felt about this book. So first of all, it took me a while to kind of, while I'm doing this, I need to do my hair. I'm about to be detangling my hair because I need a new style. It's time for this style to go. So I'm going to be doing my hair. But first, let me see if I can lean this right here. No, I can't. But it took me a while. Oh, first of all, Decca is the main character of this novel. And she's in this village, and they're getting ready for their purity tests. All girls get tested for purity to see if their blood runs red. It's this big ceremony, and Decca and her dad have been looking forward to this because she's been an outsider in her village since the day she was born, because most of the people in her village are of lighter skin tone, and she takes after her mother, who came from the southern countries or villages, and so she has a much darker skin tone than everyone else in her family and her dad's family and friends and everything. So her and her dad have been looking forward to this blood ceremony so they can prove to everyone in the village, oh, she's pure, so y'all can start treating her like she's an outsider. So we get to the blood ceremony and something ends up happening, but where it comes out that she's not pure, or her blood didn't run pure, she had gold blood. And then so she gets taken to some dungeon where the priests and everybody are like trying to kill her, but she keeps coming back alive. And then eventually she meets somebody sent by the emperor, who she names White Hands because the woman didn't introduce herself. And she gives Decca the choice to either stay in this dungeon with the priests, or like trying to see what her final death is, because as an Alakai, until you find out what their final death is, they keep regenerating and coming back to life. So we see that Decca decides to go with White Hands, and she knows what she is now. She's an Alakai, and she meets Britta, another Alakai that White Hands has picked up from her village and rescued to go train in the Emperor's new regime, where he's going to be using Alakai to fight these creatures called Death Streaks that are like terrorizing the country. So we see Decca travels to where they're going to be training, and then you quickly realize that among the Alakai, she's also different. She thought that she was going to come to this training grounds, and then she's going to be around people who are similar to her, but she quickly realizes and tries to hide that she's also kind of different from the other Alakai girls. But yeah, it's really interesting to see, because it took me a while to like gather exactly how this world worked, but it's a very religious world, or it seems so, like. And let me see, what did I want to talk about? Oh, while she's training, and also the other girls, because there was like a moment where she finally let that go, but there's like, she has these moments while training with the other Alakai and the recruits, which are like men or boys that they've paired with the Alakai as like partners, and that's when we meet Kita, who is Decca's partner. But we what was I about to say? Oh, she's like always, because all of them grew up kind of religious, where like girls weren't supposed to run, girls didn't touch knives, girls didn't show like any signs of emotion, basically. And so like when they're running, they have to run every morning. They're like, what are we doing? Like everybody's like shook, because they're like, what is going on? I forget what they called. They're like God or whatever, or I forget. I should have written it down, but she's like, he's not gonna, after my trials are done here with the other Alakai, he's not gonna want to make me pure because I've been disobeying him here while I've been training. And you see her kind of battle with that throughout the entire book, until there's like this moment where she's like, no, like we are demons, as what they've been called their entire like lives since their blood turned. And they're like, we need to embrace this and show these boys up, because they were, especially when they had to train with their recruits, they would revert back to the girls they were when they first started training. Throughout the book, I was like, I didn't trust anybody. I was like ready for somebody to betray us. And I don't know if I want to say if my premonitions were correct. But yeah, I just was like, I don't trust White Hands. I didn't trust Kita. I didn't trust her friends sometimes, because they would be looking at her sideways, because like I said, she was trying to hide how different she was from the other Alakai. And I was like, oh, and like something would slip out, they were like side-eyeing her like, girl, what's going on with you? And so I was like, do I trust y'all? Every time like something was, they'd be like, oh, I was doing it to protect you. And I'm like, I don't know, girl. I don't know. I didn't trust anybody. The only person I trusted was Decca. But even did I trust her completely? I did, because she didn't know anything. She was just trying to figure stuff out. Like, what am I? And so with the way while I was reading it, I kept comparing it, because they're very religious country. Like, they have priests and women can't do this and this and that. And so when I was reading, I kept thinking, because I used to watch a lot of shows about like the FLDS and the Amish, and it reminded me a lot of watching those documentaries. And what's the name of the show? Escaping Polygamy. And then there was another one where they would like they would take, like, some teenagers had just turned 18, and they would leave like the Amish world and go place them in like New York City, and they'd have like culture shock. That's what I kept thinking while reading this book. But I really enjoyed it. I ended up giving the book 4 stars, and I already have the second book, so I'm going to try to pick that up soon so I don't have to reread it like a lot of books on my TBR. But yeah, is there anything on my notes that I missed? Let me see. Yeah, I guess I talked about everything. But I'm excited to see what happens in the second book, because I don't want to give everything away, because there are a lot of reveals. So I feel like I talked about it enough. But yeah, I ended up giving it 4 stars. I think the only thing that would have, like, I don't know, what would have made it a 5-star is that I was having a hard time understanding exactly how this world worked. Like, I was kind of confused until like probably like 150 pages in. But yeah, I still enjoyed it. Like, I eventually grasped it. But since I finished that last night, before I went to bed, I read like the first 50 so pages of Briarcliff Prep by Briana Peppins. And that is about a girl. She's a freshman in high school, so it's kind of on the younger side of YA. But she's about to move in. I've read, that's all I'm up to now, but she's moving in. Her family is like, what am I trying to say? They all go there. It's like a tradition for all of the children in their family to go to this private school. Their mom went to Briarcliff Prep, and the boys go to like the brother school next door. It's called like Preston Academy or something. It's like it's a historically black boarding school. Both are. And our main character, she's kind of nervous about leaving home and deciding, because her parents did give her a choice, and so she chose to go to Briarcliff Prep with her older sister. Our main character, her name is Avi, or Aviel, or how do you? I have her little character card right in front of me. Aviel. Oh, Aviel, and then her sister's name is Belle, and her sister is a senior at Briarcliff Prep, and her brothers are sophomores at the boys' school. But she's kind of nervous about leaving home. Did she make the right choice? But she's going mainly to join the school newspaper, and so it's really interesting. The part I'm enjoying the most is the family aspect. I really love her family. She has her mom and dad were there to move her in, and we also met, like, she has 2 twin siblings that are younger, Antonio and what was the girl's name? I can't remember her younger sister's name, but it's like a really cute family. And we've met her roommate. I've only gotten that far in where move-in day's done. That's all I've read so far. But reading it is bringing back a lot of memories, because the author, Briana Peppins, she graduated from Spelman College as well. And it's bringing back a lot of memories of me moving in at Spelman and meeting my roommates and because I had a quad my first year at Spelman. There were 4 of us in one room. But it's bringing back a lot of it's very similar. So you can see you know what I just realized? The author of the Gilded Ones, Namina Forna, she also graduated from Spelman. So this should be like a Spelman Spelman author reading vlog. But yeah, there are a lot of similarities, like going to get your ID taken. But you could say, I guess it could be the same for like any, moving into any college campus or boarding school. And the environment and the actions and everything are going to be similar. But it was bringing back a lot of memories. And then, what else should I talk about with that? Oh, but then also you see, like, I could relate to the main character of finally going to a school where everybody looks like you and they have similar experiences to you. It was just, I really enjoyed it. It was very nostalgic. But yeah, that's all the update I have for you today. This video is probably going to end tonight. I'm going to see how much I can read of Briarcliff Prep before I end this vlog, and then that'll be the first week of Black History Month reading vlog. And then I'm gonna, as soon as I upload this, I'm gonna start week 2. But yeah, that's all the update. I'm enjoying what I'm reading, and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye. Okay, Daddy, you ready? Okay, so I finished the book, but at the beginning of this book, I read this book called The Gilded Ones. And at the beginning of the book, the girls have to go through like this purity test. And if their blood is red, then they're considered pure. And if it's gold, that means they're a demon, basically. They're impure. And so the main character, they find out that she is a demon. And she turned out to have gold blood, but it's nothing different changed about her. She just had gold blood. She didn't change anything, but they were calling her a demon. And so when they lock her up in like the little cellar under the church, her daddy walk up to the thing, and then they said to daddy, they tell him, oh, she a demon, blah, blah, blah. And her daddy cut her head off. Would you cut my head off? If they told you I was a demon and I was bleeding gold blood?
Not unless you could control it and you was hurting people.
That's what I'm saying. And she still nothing about her. It wasn't like she needed an exorcism or nothing. It was like she was the same person.
As long as you start acting like you.
Perfect, Daddy. And there you have it. 2 perspectives from 2 different parents. Okay, guys. Okay, guys. That's the end of my vlog. I only read 1 book this week, so that's how I'm gonna end this week. And I'm about to start. I'm gonna edit this week's vlog and then start my vlog for the 2nd week of Black History Month, and where I'll be continuing reading Briarcliff Prep. But to wrap up, I gave Gilded Ones 4 stars, and I can't wait to read the 2nd one. I'm going to try and read it soon. But make sure you like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and I'll see y'all next week. Bye-bye.